Unit 2, Hardware, Session 3. At the end of the session, you will learn the important components inside the cabinet. Before learning microprocessor, let's get familiar to chip or IC. Here you can see an IC. What is the function of an IC? Each ICs perform a particular function or a task. Here we can see many ICs, right? Yes. Now, microprocessor is an IC, but all ICs are not microprocessor. Microprocessor performs a large number of functions. Now let's study microprocessor in detail. Microprocessor. It is a controlling unit. That means it controls the flow of data and instructions within the computer. It is fabricated on a small chip. Here we can see our microprocessor. It is fabricated or built on a very small chip. And this very small chip performs all the important functions of a computer. And the small size of our microprocessor help in reducing the size of our computer to an extent. Also, what is the function of a microprocessor? Yes, it performs all arithmetic and logical operations. All the processes carried out or executed by the computer is performed by the microprocessor. Moreover, it is capable of communicating with other devices connected to it. It helps in communicating with the devices connected to the microprocessor. So, because of all these factors, microprocessor is called as the brain of the computer. That's all about microprocessor. Now let's move on to the next component, very important component fixed inside the cabinet, that is RAM. RAM, Random Access Memory. R stands for random, A stands for access, M stands for memory. Now what is the RAM? It is the hardware of a computer used to store data temporarily. The RAM needs power to keep data accessible. What does that mean? That means when the power goes out or when the system gets shut down, all the data in the RAM will be lost. So, RAM needs power to keep all the data stored in its memory. So, we must save files before shutdown of a computer. So, in simple words, we can say RAM is our temporary memory of our computer. Now let's find out sockets for microprocessor and RAM in the motherboard. We have already learned all the components are connected to the motherboard. Now here we can see this is microprocessor socket. We are placing microprocessor in this socket. And here we can see what RAM memory slot. We are placing RAM in these holders. So it's very clear that all the components are fixed inside the motherboard. All right? Yes. So have learned all about the components fixed inside our cabinet or CPU. Now let's move on to the next topic. Related devices or computer peripherals. What do you mean by related devices or computer peripherals? The devices that can be connected to the computer are called computer peripherals, or the devices that are connected externally are called related devices or computer peripherals. There are many peripheral devices like printer, scanner, microphone, speaker, web camera, barcode reader, etc. Now let's study one by one. First of all, printer. It is a device which helps us to take the printout of a document from a computer. And it's very clear that printer provides us with the result from the computer. So we can call printer as an output device. There are different types of printers. Laser printer, inkjet printer, dot matrix printer, and 3D printer. And you no need to study the working of all these printers. You just need to study the names of different types of printers. And among these, laser printers are popularly using printer nowadays. All right? Okay. Thank you. That's all for today's class. In next session, we will say with the next topic.